Why am I not in a private room? I said I wanted a private room.
I'm sorry, Mr. Peterson. There are no private rooms available right now. Maybe after your surgery, one will open up.
Well, if it opens up because of a discharge, that's fine. If it opens up because of a death, forget it. Although I suppose it would be okay if you changed the actual bed itself. I guess people have to die occasionally. This is a hospital after all.
Yes.
So, do you change the bed if someone dies in it?
Yes, we do.
How would I know that? I mean, how would I know you changed the actual bed?
When someone dies, we wheel them to the basement morgue in their bed. So it is not really an issue for you.
You mean if I die, you're going to wheel me in this bed?
Yes, I suppose so.
Why are the beds so high?
They just make access easier for the staff.
You mean you risk the patient's lives so you don't have to bend down?
Now, this controller is for you. If you push this button, it's the intercom, and you can summon a nurse. If you push these labeled buttons, it works the television.
Why is there only one television?
That's how the rooms were set up.
I thought this was supposed to be a good hospital. Good hospitals have individual televisions.
This is a good hospital. You'll be going into surgery early in the morning, so it really doesn't matter. You should try and get some sleep. Is there anything else?
Yes, I'm worried about my valuables.
They're secured.
I don't understand why I couldn't keep them with me.
Well, you're going into surgery, and you're not allowed to bring anything in with you. Your valuables are safe, I assure you.
You assure me? Does that mean if my valuables are stolen, you'll replace them?
Mr. Peterson, I've worked here for 5 years and have never had a patient lose any valuables.
And every patient had them secured the way I did?
If they didn't have family to take possession of them.
Well, if anything is missing, I'm going to take the hospital to small claims court.
I'm sure that won't be necessary.
You might want to warn the people that are in charge of securing my valuables that I never lose in small claims court.
You sue a lot of people, don't you?
Well, of course I do. It's the only way to protect oneself. A warning should suffice. Please pass the word on that I am not one to try to take advantage of.
Yes, I'll do that. And if there's nothing else,
Where's the bathroom?
right through that door. Do you have to go?
Well, no, not now, but I'm sure I'll have to go during the night. And how am I supposed to get back in bed?
Well, there are two options. I can give you a container.
A pee container? Are you crazy? Do I look like the type of person who pees into a container?
Well, actually, that's what you'll be doing after your surgery, once we remove the catheter.
What catheter?
The one that the surgeon will insert into your penis at the start of the surgery.
Nobody told me about a catheter. There has to be another way.
There is no other way. It's standard procedure.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I need to talk to my surgeon right now.
I'm sorry, he's not on duty right now. You can speak to him before the surgery begins.
This is not a pleasant thought. You don't understand. You're a woman. Penises aren't made to have tubes stuck in them. Did you ever see how small the penis hole is?
If you have to go to the bathroom, push the nurse's button and we'll help you back into bed. Now, if there's nothing else.
Yes, I need water.
This is your water pitcher. Would you like me to pour it for you?
Is that leftover water from the last patient?
No, it's fresh water.
Did you change the water personally?
No, an orderly did.
And the cup, did he change the cup?
I'm sure he did.
Did you see him change the water and the cup?
Mr. Peterson, please. I have other patients to attend to. This is a good hospital. Both the water and the cup have been changed. The bed sheet has been changed. Even the controller has been sanitized.
You know, I saw a story on Dateline where a hospital was cutting corners to save money at the risk of the patients.
Not this hospital.
You could have left the old water in the pitcher. How would I know?
How would that save the hospital money?
Believe me, it all adds up.
It's water.
What does a catheter look like? Do you have one I can look at?
No, I don't actually. They keep them in the OR.
The thought is making me queasy.
Would you like a pan?
A vomit pan?
If you're queasy.
You know, I was fine when I walked into the lobby today, but since then I've been going downhill quickly.
It's anxiety.
I'm thinking about going home and rescheduling. How would that work with the insurance and all, I mean?
Mr. Peterson, everything will be fine. You're just stressing. And the best thing for you to do is get some sleep. Remember, no food or drink after midnight.
Yes, maybe I need to sleep. Take my mind off all this. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, Ruby. How are you?
Roomy?
Well, I don't know your name. I'm Dunk.
Well, I'm so sorry to wake you, but your snoring was making it impossible for me to fall asleep.
Oh, sorry. My better half has the same complaint. Usually hits me in the back with an elbow.
Yes, well, maybe you can just turn over or something. I mean, I need to sleep.
And your name?
I'm Ben.
Ben Dover. Ben Dover, get it?
Oh, okay, well, good night. I need to sleep.
So, what are you in for?
Apparently, I'm in for a long night.
No, I mean, what brought you here? Hey, don't say a taxi.
I'm having surgery in the morning, so if you don't mind, I really need to sleep.
Sure, you don't want to wake up tired before they put you out tomorrow.
Did you ever have to use a catheter?
Sure, plenty of times.
Was it bad?
I'd rather have someone push a nail through my earlobe.
There has to be another way.
If there is. But the doctors don't want you pissing all over them, the selfish bastards.
Okay, well, good night. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Why do you keep saying hello? I'll never fall asleep if you keep talking.
You were asleep. You were snoring again.
Really? Look, I don't mean to be a bad roomie. Why don't you try to fall asleep and I'll stay awake until you do?
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry. It's just that I need to sleep. I'm very anxious.
No problem. Stop yapping already and go to sleep. Oh, jeez.
What is going on?
Sorry, Ruby, I didn't know that the sound would come on so loud.
I'm having surgery in the morning. God damn it, what the hell is wrong with you?
I said I was sorry.
You are the roommate from hell.
Now you definitely sound like my better half.
If you were married to Lizzie Borden, she'd be your better half.
Is she part of the family that owns the dairy companies?
Oh, stop talking and turn off that. I didn't know they allow nudity on network television.
It's cable. This is a good hospital. So, married?
Nope, never been.
Gay?
Gay? I'm not gay.
I didn't ask if you were an axe murderer.
How can you even think I'm gay?
Gee, sorry for insulting you. Peace offering. How about some chips?
I never eat late at night. Acid reflux.
You're in the hospital. If you get acid reflux, they'll give you something.
Good point. Sure, I'll have some.
Got a bad one?
I'm not supposed to be eating anything after midnight.
Do you think it really matters?
Of course it matters. Why would they tell you you can't eat anything after midnight if you could?
To save money on meals?
What is wrong with you? This isn't a joke. This is all your fault.
Yes?
Can you send my nurse in, please?
Okay.
If this delays my surgery, I'm going to sue you.
Sue me? Sue me for what?
For offering me potato chips.
That's not a crime. I was just trying to be a good Ruby.
You know better than to offer me a snack. This is not your first dance around the infirmary.
I don't think you could sue me for this.
Believe me, I can, and I will take you for everything you've got.
What's the problem?
The problem is that this enabler forced me to eat potato chips.
You ate potato chips?
I didn't force you, I offered.
You shoved them in my face. He shoved them in my
Stop.
face.
I did no
Stop.
such thing.
Did you eat a lot?
No, I just ate. Why do you ask?
Well, if you only had a couple, maybe the surgeon will still be willing to go ahead.
He only had just a small...
Hey, butt out of my business. You mean if I ate too many, the surgeon would have to postpone the surgery?
I would think so.
And that would postpone the catheter business?
Of course.
Well, then I guess I probably ate at least half the bag.
What are you talking about? You only had a small handful.
Why is this man butting in?
Well, you are scheduled as the first case. Maybe they can push you back to later in the day.
Well, maybe I can just go home and reschedule.
You can't do that. Your insurance is not going to pay for your hospital stay tonight if you go home.
You know, I'm like the guy on death row, buying a few extra hours. All right, every little bit helps.
I'll talk to the attending and see what he says. And no food or drink from this point.
I have bad health insurance. You think it'll cover the lawsuit?
Are you an idiot? No health insurance would cover it.
Please, Ben. I just don't have the money. Look, I'm really sorry that I offered you those potato chips. I didn't intend to cause any problems.
Well, that's something you're just gonna have to live with now, isn't it?
I'm not in good financial shape.
Does this look like a confessional?
I spoke to the attending, and he's going to call the OR and push your surgery back to later in the day.
All right. Morning already? I am really anxious about the surgery. I'm surprised I was even able to sleep. You asleep, Donk? Hey, Donk, you're not talking to me because I said I was going to sue you? I'm not going to sue you, okay? A new bed? Oh my God, he's gone. No, God, how could I have been so nasty? Donk, you were such a nice guy, and I am so sorry, and I was so ill-tempered. Where the hell have you been? I thought you died.
You took me out for a scan.
Well, don't ever do that to me again. You scared the life out of me. Did you find out the time of my surgery?
We may have a slight problem. Your surgeon was supposed to fly out to San Francisco for a conference immediately following your surgery this morning. He'll try and change his flight. In case he can't, you may have to be treated by one of his associates.
Are you crazy? I want my surgeon. He is the best in the business. I do not want one of his flunkies.
Dr. Goldfarb is not a flunky. He's one of the best in his field. You'll be in fine hands.
I had an agreement with Dr. Steckler. If he doesn't do the surgery, I'm going to sue all of you.
Mr. Peterson, this delay was your fault. You ate against instructions.
You're trying to shift the blame? Is that what this hospital does when the scalpel slips and cuts an artery? I thought this was supposed to be a good hospital.
I'll get back to you as soon as I hear anything.
Hello, come on in. Ben, this is my better half and favorite sibling, Frank and Barbara. Guys, this is my Ruby Ben.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hey, your last name wouldn't be Dover, would it?
Your sense of humor or lack thereof runs in the family.
Oh, don't mind them, Ben.
Excuse me. Mr. Peterson, I spoke to Dr. Steckler and he had no choice but to catch his flight. Dr. Goldfarb can perform your surgery later this afternoon.
Okay, that's it. Help me find my clothes and my valuables. I'm going home.
Mr. Peterson, that's not advisable. You need this surgery.
Do I look like I Google for fun? I don't Google for fun. I Google to find the best doctors, and Dr. Steckler is the best.
Did you Google Dr. Goldfarb?
I don't have to Google Dr. Goldfarb. Dr. Steckler went to Harvard Medical School.
So did Dr. Goldfarb.
Dr. Steckler is board certified.
So is Dr. Goldfarb.
Dr. Steckler is listed among the top 100 doctors in his field in U.S. News and World Report.
So is Dr. Goldfarb.
How's his bedside manner?
He has a wonderful bedside manner.
And is he tall?
Why do you ask if he's tall?
I read somewhere that tall surgeons are better. You know, longer fingers and more self-confidence.
He's around 6'2".
According to Google, Dr. Steckler is only 5'10 and a half, although he did look 5'11 to me.
If anybody should know that, it would be you.
So Dr. Goldfarb is actually taller than Dr. Steckler.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to want to see that for myself.
He'll be making rounds before the surgery. He's one of the finest doctors in the country.
Yeah, and one of the taller ones.
Yes.
Well, don't have him stand on anything. I will be checking.
I would never have thought differently.
And then she said she didn't want to get involved with the Reaganite. And that was the end of that.
So, you never married?
I've had a somewhat unique history of disaster with women.
Oh, I find that hard to believe.
Oh, it's true. There was a girl in high school, the most beautiful girl I've ever known. We were in a lot of the same classes, and I used to help her with math problems. I desperately wanted to ask her out, but she was dating a couple of football players, and, well, we just weren't in the same league. Sometimes I even fantasized that she was my girlfriend. But I knew that in reality she wouldn't give me the time of day. Anyways, after high school we lost touch, although I never stopped thinking about her. And then, after all the years, I went to my 50th high school reunion, and there she was, looking as beautiful as ever. I would have recognized her anywhere, and when our eyes met, she smiled and walked towards me and said, "Hello, Ben." Can you imagine? She said, "Hello, Ben." I said, "How did you recognize me?" And she said, "My eyes were still the same." I was 68 years old, and my heart fluttered like a school kid again. And then she said she always wondered why I never asked her out in high school. I couldn't even speak, I was so flummoxed. She smiled and said she had the biggest crush on me. Can you imagine? And I said, well, why didn't you say something to me? And she said she thought maybe I was gay. Why else wouldn't I ask her out? I said, I'm not gay. 50 years wasted. But there we were, and I found myself saying, it's never too late, just as this stranger approached and said, too late for what? It was her husband. Life is filled with too lates.
I'm sorry, Ben.
How could she have thought I am gay? I don't have anything against gay people. They do have an obvious air about them. I'm not homophobic or anything. I mean, live and let live. But I'm not even comfortable around them. They're like synchronized swimmers. So, do you have any kids?
A son and 3 granddaughters. Listen,
Good news, Mr. Peterson. A slot opened up in the OR and will be taking you into surgery shortly.
Good news, Mr. Peterson. The guillotine is working again.
Oh, and I know you wanted to speak with the doctor. He'll be right in. He's just outside checking your chart.
That's good. Now I can see if he's tall before it's too late.
Let the games begin.
I'm going to the cafeteria.
I'll go with you. Dunk, do you want anything?
Yeah, corned beef sandwich.
Oh, you don't eat corned beef when you have a blood clot?
The blood clot is in my leg. Corned beef won't make it that far. There's an emergency exit on the way down.
Morons. In case I'm not back by the time they take you, I want to wish you luck. And I know I'll see you later.
What were you going to say before the interruption?
It could wait. Let's go, Frank.
Okay,
On rye bread with mustard.
got it.
Wow, she's terrific.
She sure is.
Can you believe the nurse saying, let the games begin?
Oh, it's no game. Just last week I was reading about a guy came in for a tonsillectomy and they mistakenly removed his left lung.
That's impossible.
Oh, it's true. I was watching a show just the other night called Operating Room Mishaps on True TV, and believe me, that wasn't the worst thing that happened.
Okay, enough.
Hey, this guy came in to have his mole removed, and the anesthesiologist was so busy testing, putting the stuff in there, he didn't realize that he overdid the anesthesia. And the guy is now a vegetable. And what's worse, the mole came back.
Stop. I don't want to hear about operating room mishaps right before surgery.
Okay, I get it. Oh, just one more. I know you're going to like this one about a woman who woke up in the middle of heart surgery.
Why would I like that one?
Because nothing bad happened. They just put her back to sleep.
Stop. Now I'm going to be thinking about everything that can go wrong.
I have an idea how I can get your mind off all that stuff.
What is it?
I'd like to say a little prayer for you.
Well, thanks, but I'm not much of a religious person.
I don't want to offend you, but I wish you would let me.
Well, okay, if you want to. That's really very nice.
Okay. Dear God, it's me, Donk. I know that you're busy, but this is really important and time sensitive. Well, I guess people can't really make an appointment to speak to you, God. And I'm sure you're used to these interruptions. I mean, if you're not, and I'm out of line here, please take it out on me and out on my friend Ben. He's facing some serious surgery. And if you could see your way clear, would you mind making it as painless as reasonably possible? Oh, and even more importantly, make the operation successful. I know he seems a little cranky sometimes, but I also know he has a good heart, and I'm very grateful to have him as my roomie. Thanks. This is Doc, signing off.
Thank you, Donk. You know, I'm very grateful to have you as a roommate as well, and as a friend.
Oh, we're more than friends, Ben. We've only known each other for a short while, but we actually spent the night together. We're family. Isn't this better than you being in the private room?
Well, yes, I guess things do happen for a reason.
Hello, Mr. Peterson. I'm Dr. Goldfarb.
Yes, well, I've been thinking I would really prefer to wait for Dr. Steckler.
What would you do that for? He's tall.
Do you mind?
He's afraid of the catheter because of the small penis hole.
You won't feel a thing. I have a lot of small penis hole experience.
I'll bet you do.
Nice meeting you. Now, I've got to go scrub. I'll see you in a bit.
Wait a second. I gotta stop this.
Why?
Didn't you see him?
Yeah, I saw him.
He's a limp wrist.
A what?
A limp wrist. He gave me the limp handshake. You don't really think that wrist can handle a scalpel, do you?
What are you talking about? He's got great credentials.
I have to stop the surgery.
You can't stop the surgery. That's crazy. Just take your mind off it. Change the subject.
I'm doomed.
Think about something else.
Like what?
Anything. Talk about anything.
I was very impressed with your better half.
Thanks, Ben. That's very nice of you to say.
You're a lucky man.
Don't I know it?
Where does your son live?
I don't have a son. I don't have any kids.
Barbara was telling me about a son and 3 granddaughters.
3 beautiful granddaughters. The middle one's a soccer player. She could be a professional someday. The 5-year-old could be the next Meryl Streep. She's such an actress.
Yes, but I'm missing something here. Are you and your son estranged?
What are you talking about? I've never had a son, but at least I have the 3 girls.
How can you have 3 granddaughters without having any kids?
Grandnieces.
What?
They're Barbara's granddaughters, not mine.
How could that be?
She and her husband, God rest his soul, had a son who had 3 daughters. I mean, what's so confusing?
You mean she married someone else?
Someone else, as opposed to who?
As opposed to you.
Barbara's my sister.
Your sister? You said your better half was coming to visit.
He did.
When you say better half, you're talking about Frank?
You didn't know it? I introduced him as my better half.
You said, this is my better half and my favorite sibling.
Barbara is my favorite sibling. She's the only one who truly accepted Frank. My parents basically disowned me.
You're gay?
I'm married to Frank. You figure it out. Yes, Ben. Gay. Ben Gay, get it?
This isn't funny. You roomed with me under false pretenses.
I did no such thing. It was definitely true pretenses.
There's no such thing as true pretenses. All pretenses are false.
Then you're being redundant. I'm not as dumb as I seem to be.
And you don't seem to be as gay as you are.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you're very sneaky, sleeping in the same room with a straight man and talking about the size of penis holes. There is something definitely wrong about this whole scene. I'm not homophobic. I just don't want things like that to be flaunted up to me.
What did I flaunt? You didn't even know that Frank was my better half. How much less could I have flaunted it?
And you're a hypocrite.
Why am I a hypocrite?
You prayed to God for me. God has a problem with homosexuals. Read the Bible. And there you are, vouching for me, when you yourself are in God's doghouse.
God is a lot more tolerant than you give him credit for. I had no choice in this matter. I am who I am, and God put me here. He must have had a reason. You know, I'm a good guy. I never hurt anybody. Always try to do right by everybody. You know what? I'm glad I'm gay. I met Frank. I'm with Frank. I love Frank.
And now I'm going to be cut open by a gay doctor who probably faints at the sight of blood.
You are homophobic.
I am not. I just like things up front. You're supposed to tell a roommate your sexual preferences to give him a chance to opt out.
Opt out?
Switch rooms with someone who's not uncomfortable with your lifestyle. Gays have caused me so much grief. I lost the love of my life because she thought I was gay.
You're blaming gay people? What sense does that make?
I'm not blaming anyone.
Look, Ben, before you knew I was gay, We are really starting to connect as friends.
We're hospital roommates, nothing more.
Can I help you?
I need to switch rooms.
Is there a problem?
Yes, there's a problem.
Well,
My roommate is a homosexual, and I'm lying around in a hospital gown, and I'm very uncomfortable being put into this situation.
I'm sorry, sir. We are at full capacity, and there's nothing I can do.
What do you mean there's nothing you can do? Can't you ask the other patients if someone would mind changing rooms?
Sorry, we can't do that. Someone will be there in a moment to take it to the operating room.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, Ben. You'll be just fine.
What if I don't wake up?
You'll wake up and you'll be better than ever. And while you're in surgery, I'll talk to someone to see if we can get you a new roommate.
I'm so nervous. I've never had surgery before.
I had more than my share. It's nowhere near as bad as you're imagining. The care here is wonderful. You'll breeze right through it.
I have no family. If I die, no one will even know I'm gone.
You're not going to die. And if you do, I'll know. Look, I'm sorry that we have this barrier between us. I wish we didn't. But I really do care very much about what happens to you. And obviously, my sister does also.
What do you mean?
I saw her beam at you. She hasn't beamed at a man since her husband was alive.
You think so?
I know so.
Nah, she's a very attractive woman. She wouldn't go for me.
You were wrong once before, weren't you?
You think she could like me?
Time to go, Mr. Peterson.
Oh. Wait. You think she could like me?
Oh my God, Ben. You lost the love of your life 50 years ago because you didn't trust yourself.
No, it's not the same. I lost the love of my life because she thought I was gay. Listen, if I survive, don't bring me back to the same room. I'm not comfortable rooming with a gay man.
Ben!
Sorry, let's go.
This bed is so high.
Yep, even the bed bugs get nosebleeds.
You have a very annoying laugh.
That's what my better half says.
I could bang my head on the ceiling if I have to get up to pee. You better get me a bedpan.
Sorry, your insurance doesn't cover that.
If you people keep yapping, I'll never fall asleep.
I thought this was a private room. I asked for a private room.
When she dies, you'll have a private room.
Can you open the curtain? I want to see who I'm going to sue.
Why would you sue anyone?
I sue a lot of people. It's a good way to get extra spending money here and there. I'm in a hospital trying to sleep and my space is verbally violated.
You're gonna sue her?
No, I'm going to sue you.
Me?
Well, you work for the hospital and the hospital has deep pockets.
Do you know who I am?
No.
Go ahead.
Hiya, roommate.
Roomie?
Well, I don't know your name.
It's Barbara.
Barbara Dover? Barbara Dover, get it?
That makes no sense.
You're right. Why did I say that?
Hello. I'm afraid I have some bad news. The surgery failed because I was too forceful with the scalpel.
Bingo. I hope your malpractice insurance is up to date.
I dropped that years ago. Way too costly with these heavy hands. And some of my colleagues say that my surgeries look like they've been performed with a jackhammer.
Did my brother die?
He did indeed.
What was the cause of death?
A piece of corned beef got stuck in an artery.
He had to eat all that corned beef? He just wouldn't listen to me.
You were only his sister, not his better half.
He never listened to Frank either.
Who's Frank?
His better half.
I hope Frank is short for Francine.
Are you homophobic?
No, but the guy I'm operating on is.
That's not true. I'm just not comfortable around gay people.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Barbara. Why did they bring me back to the same room? And where's Donk?
He's dead.
Death by corned beef.
What? What are you doing in my bed? What the hell is going on? You're the doctor here. What is going on?
I'm trying to work past your spleen, but I'm having difficulty. If you'd only let me use a limp wrist, things would go a lot smoother. But no, you insisted on the heavy-handed approach.
What the hell are you talking about?
I think he's trying to tell you that you're in surgery, and this is all a dream.
I'm in surgery?
Of course you're in surgery. Would any of this make sense otherwise?
No, I suppose not. You mean I'm dreaming all of this right now?
Anesthesia can do that.
So right now, I'm on the operating room table?
Yep.
And are you saying I have a catheter?
Do you really need to hear me say it? Focus on your penis. Feel anything deep inside?
Ugh.
You cried like a baby when I told you we had no choice.
Do you mind?
She's not real. This is your dream. You could lift your gown and show her your catheter, and it really wouldn't matter.
Hey, I don't have X-rated dreams. I really don't.
This is a pretty good dream. I get to lay around and sue people.
Look at the time. I'd love to hang out and chit-chat, but I really have to finish the surgery.
How's it going?
Not great.
What do you mean, not great? What does he mean, not great?
Oh, I wouldn't worry. This is a dream. It's just your anxiety coming through.
You think so?
Sure.
So Donk's still alive?
Of course he is, but he's very upset.
Why?
You told him you didn't want to return to the room because he made you very uncomfortable.
How do you know that? You weren't there.
Duh.
Oh, right. Well, I didn't really mean it. I was very stressed. They were wheeling me to the OR.
And that gives you an excuse to demean a person? I've got news for you. My brother is one of the sweetest, kindest, most lovable people on this planet, and you're a bigot.
I am not a bigot. I am just uncomfortable.
What does that mean? I hear people say those words all the time, but I don't understand how you can be uncomfortable without being a bigot.
Why don't you two get a room?
Why don't you mind your business?
Make me.
Okay.
Hey, I'm getting dizzy.
Did you say faster? Now, where were we?
You were trying to convince me that you're not a bigot.
Right. Well, that's easy. It's my dream. Zap. Now, repeat after me. Ben is not a bigot.
I'm sorry, Ben. I won't say it unless I really believe it.
But you're part of my dream.
This is some real Freudian shit, isn't it?
So you're trying to say, well, I'm trying to say that I'm not so sure I'm not a bigot.
You can't lie to yourself, Ben.
But I like Donk. I really do.
Then why did you have to hurt him? What kind of person are you anyway?
I'm a person whose only talent is alienating people. I alienate everyone I come in contact with.
You didn't alienate the real me.
But as soon as the real you finds out that I hurt the real Donk, she'll never speak to me again.
It's not too late to make amends.
You think it's not?
When they reel you into recovery, insist on going back to the room with Dunk.
I will. I will insist. Donk is my friend, and by extension, Frank is my friend.
And by further extension, the real me will be your friend.
And maybe more.
You're dreaming.
Yeah.
Sometimes dreams come true.
Yeah. Why are the lights dimming?
How should I know?
Yes?
Dr. Goldfarb?
Is this important? I'm kind of busy.
The lights are dimming. What's going on?
We're losing you.
Your what?
Your blood pressure's dropping, and we're having trouble controlling it.
Oh my God, am I going to die?
I'm doing the best I can. And I'm very tall.
I guess this is it. I'll never hold hands with the real you.
Don't give up. This is supposed to be a good hospital.
I think the worst thing about dying like this is that I'll never have a chance to apologize to Donk.
Can I help you?
I need to speak to my brother.
Hello, Donk here.
Dunk, it's me.
Oh, hold on a minute.
We don't have a minute.
You'll have to wait. I'm in the middle of something.
This is more important.
No, this is. I'll keep the line open, but just hold on.
But Dunk,
God, it's me, Donk. I told Ben that you really don't have a problem with homosexuals, and I truly believe that. But if you take him now, then I'll never have a chance to convince him. He's a good guy, just a little misguided. Oh, and one more thing. Barbara beamed at him. She really did. Please, let me see my favorite sibling beam again. Until next time, Donk signing off.
Mr. Peterson, can you hear me? You're in recovery. Everything went smoothly. Can you hear me?
I want to go back to the same room I was in.
Don't worry about that now, Mr. Peterson.
I want to go back to the same room. Promise me.
All right, it's not a problem.
Did I almost die?
What? Mr. Peterson,
Did I almost die? Answer me.
you'll have to ask your doctor. I wasn't in the operating room.
Where is my doctor?
I'm right here. You came through with flying colors.
I didn't trust you because you're gay.
Yes.
I am not a bigot.
Okay, just get some rest, Mr. Peterson.
I am not going to rest until everyone understands I'm an idiot, not a bigot.
I don't think you're either.
Thank you. Now I have 2 more people to convince.
am I one of them?
How did you get into
I
recovery?
told the nurses I was your better half.
I hurt your brother very much.
He told me.
I will fix this.
Dunk's been beaten up his whole life by people that said they weren't bigoted. You might have your work cut out for you.
I will fix this. And one more thing.
And what's that?
This is a good hospital.
Can I get you anything?
How about a piece of humble pie?
I think they have apple cobbler today.
Never mind, never mind. Hey, Donk,
They told me they would switch rooms for you.
I asked them not to.
Why?
Because I'm an idiot and I'm sorry about before.
Hey, if you're uncomfortable around gay people, I understand. It's nothing new for me.
Well, that doesn't make it right. You're angry.
Just disappointed.
I don't blame you. I'm disappointed in myself. You think I don't know what kind of person I am? Petty, self-absorbed, cranky, and jealous. But I'm not a bigot. I'm really not.
Whatever you say, Ben.
You know why I'm jealous? Because you have a soulmate. You're not going to die alone. More importantly, you're not going to live alone. I'm jealous because somebody likes you. Somebody loves you. It's not your fault. It's mine. Maybe deep down, I really am a bigot. How horrible would that be? Donk, please don't give up on me. You're the only friend I've had in years, and I'm really sorry for hurting you. I hope that someday you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
I accept your apology, Ben, and I forgive you.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Shh! They just brought him back from surgery. He's asleep.
So, how'd the operation go?
Apparently it went well.
Great.
So, what did they say?
Not good. We're gonna lose the business. The bank said we're overextended. Unless we can find a partner to infuse the money we need to fill the orders, they're gonna pull the plug.
Didn't you explain that we only needed the money to fill existing orders, and once we did that, we'd be in good shape?
I did, but they don't care. They wouldn't even look at the purchase orders I tried to show them. If they call in the note, they know they're guaranteed their money back when they liquidate us.
It's my fault. We worked so hard to build this business, I don't know how to get sick.
No, it's not your fault.
It is. If I didn't eat all that corned beef and other junk, I could have remained healthy, and we wouldn't have had to take all that money out of the business to supplement my crappy health insurance, and my sickness wouldn't be bleeding us dry. Thanks to me, we don't have the money to manufacture and fill our orders.
It's okay, Donk. We'll find a way.
You are the two yappiest guys I've ever met.
I thought you were asleep.
Who can sleep with all the hammering? Well?
Well, what?
Well, why don't you offer to bring me in as a partner?
You heard the whole conversation?
I did have to strain a little. So, am I in?
Thanks anyway, Ben, but we'll be fine.
Look, I'm a wealthy businessman. If you have orders you can't fill, bringing me in as a partner benefits everyone.
It's a great idea. Thanks, Ben.
No, it wouldn't work out.
Sure it would. We've been looking for a partner, and Ben would be perfect. Ben buys in, we fulfill our existing orders, we're right back on track.
I said no.
Why would you say no? I thought you forgave me and everything is good between us.
I did, and it is. I just don't think this business venture's right for you.
Well, you're mistaken. Try to have the kind of foresight your better half has. I'd be the perfect business partner. Tell me, how much money do you need to manufacture enough product to fulfill your orders and get back on track?
About 50,000.
Drop in the bucket.
It's not a good idea.
It's a great idea, and we can offer you 1/3 of our business. We'd be three-way partners. We'll even add you to the company name and letterhead.
It's a deal.
Wonderful.
But,
No buts.
okay.
By the way, partners, what's the business? What do we manufacture?
Gay sex toys.
Yes?
I need more pain medication.